Drops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The Colts offense going to take over now for the second time. And, Greg, week one here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
You know, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Kyle Hamilton was there defensively.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. 1st down, Indianapolis.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. You better be good on 3rd down.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
16 more yards.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That one complete to Pierce. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 11-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. This is hot. Toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colts.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Justice Hill to return. And it'll be brought down. 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run the draw, and here's Henry. And he's pushing tacklers away as he takes it forward for a gain of 9.
49-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
He's going to go right back to Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Ravens 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. It is 3rd and long.
McCross there defensively.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backwards. They'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at... line. What a kick. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And the defense signaling safety here. The official says he made it out of the end zone, but not by much. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They go right back to Taylor. And a good game. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Left side, that is caught by Warren. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5.
The 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 6.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Jackson now to throw on first down. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Jalen Carlisle is there on the stop. It is 2nd and 9. Jackson now. He'll get this out wide, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Rashad Bateman. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Jackson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. To throw is Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's not going to get away. Got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on 4th down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Pass right side to down. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 38-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 4. On the handoff, running left is Henry. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jalen Carlisle is there on the stop.
Brings up third and 3.
Third and short, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one. And down he goes. JT Tuimoloau. He gets It's in there for the sack. That's a nice moment for the rookie here in this preseason opener.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. That distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with a sack.
The Colts offense getting set to get back to work. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. In motion comes Pittman. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Tackled there by Trenton Simpson. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Taylor. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
Pickup, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. We'll see how they want to attack things here. Backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
All run play. This is Hill. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he gets this up to the 24-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Jackson going to give it up on a pop pass. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up
2nd down. Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Ronnie Stanley, the former 6th overall pick, guilty there. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's out of bounds. Gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. Now 3rd and 10.
Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Baltimore 1st down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
Wide to Henry. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Now, Jackson. He takes off. Boom! And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. A gain there of 20. Good for a Raven 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Henry. Finds room inside the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Gain of
20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A design run here with Jackson. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard. At the Colts 24-yard
On the give, here's Henry. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
That's good.
1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football 2 begins. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
Throwing is right. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
For the Ravens field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Ravens, they're on the board. It's 7-3.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important. And give credit, he does a great job here, able to put that one through.
The Colts offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, Richardson. He'll step up and run. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Off the zone read, this is Richardson. He'll take this forward for about 5.
And These are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
First carry now for Khalil Herbert. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Third and 6.
And it's third down.
From the gun, Richardson. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. On comes the punter now, as he'll come on and kick for the 5th time here tonight. That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down. Here's a designed run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Here comes third and 6.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 6.
To throw is Rush. He'll get this off to Hill. Now flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself and mark him down up beyond the 30. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Carry here for Herbert. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Herbert. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He gets this complete to Mitchell. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Indianapolis.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Richardson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Throwing, Richardson, and that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run here with Hill. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
Now he'll air one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
Formation for the Ravens.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Oh, the ball's out. One of his teammates there to take it back in. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. The tight end motioning left here. On 2nd down, Richardson. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Richardson. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. On the return, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Rush from out of the pistol. That's to the tight end, Charlie Kolar. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
2nd and 6. At the 40.
This one tapped forward on the pop pass. 3rd and 5.
Xavier Howard on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Hill.
Number 43, Justice Hill.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. On the ground, it's Herbert to start the drive. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Zone read, and they hand it to Herbert. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Second down throw for Richardson. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of 11.
11 yards on the connection there. That's good for a Colts first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have a Colts first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
They'll run with Herbert, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. And as Malachi starts, the rookie safety, drafted in the 1st round, gets in for the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
So he isn't able to move the chains, but I think this is still a great example to just point out that certain guys on the field earn the trust of their quarterback. And he wasn't even necessarily open, Mike, but he's still, hey, it's 3rd down. Give one of my best players an opportunity to go up and compete for the ball. And he's going to continue to get more. these 50-50 opportunities when he keeps coming down with them.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Oh, run play. This is Hill. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Raven first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. He left that first defender grasping for air as he winds up getting 8 out of that one.
7-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at 3rd down.
7-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good.
Well, a couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. We'll get this to about midfield. Forrest Buckner brings him down. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
2-yard pickup.
This 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Baltimore.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Rush to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
Now Rush. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. 3rd and a long way to go. Here's Rush. He's going to take a shot down the field. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. Now receiver coming around. He's got the pop pass. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rush. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. He's going to try to do this himself, and he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here, this could end up costing them 6 points. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Ashton Doolin now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense about ready to take over once more. Their lead is just a point. They begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Drive start here on the ground, and it's over. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Richardson. That is intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think they tricked him that time, Mike. I mean, they originally showed zone, so he thinks the defender's going to pass him off into an open area, but then they match it underneath with a man concept, and he doesn't see the defender until the ball leaves his hand. Big-time play by the defense and puts their offense in a great spot.
Rush. And he's in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Ravens are in the lead by the score of 13-7. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Richardson. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23.
Here's Richardson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. That's caught aside. It's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
And the Colts, 1st down. A gain of 33 yards on the play.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Indianapolis.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
By Kyle Hamilton. Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Now Richardson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Ravens offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rush. A float behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Colts offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. So that done after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Richardson operating from the pistol. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. That's a nice job keeping it balanced in these conditions. A gain of about 5. From the 25, here's 2nd and 4.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. The rain might not be as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. Hill is forward for maybe a yard. DeForest Buckner brings him down. On the zone read, it's Mitchell. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll try and get there on the ground. And it will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So let's check out this call. The Ravens bring their punt team out. And no return on this one. Catch signal for and take. The Colts offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. Touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field. And we need to check this call. On the ground, it's Herbert to start the drive. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Well, that help is going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. And he does all he can to get away, but they're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage, and it will bring up 4th down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Ravens offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. To throw is Rush. He takes off. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain. So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Caught out wide on the RPO. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. We're about ready now for the punt. Now a fair catch. It's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
He'll step up and run. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Third, they need 8.
8 yards to go.
Throwing, Richardson. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? Something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over once more. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely.
Second and 10.
And it'll lead to a second down. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
They're all set to punt this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. On the return is Gould. He'll get forward a few yards on the return, and that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Here's Richardson. That one taken in by Mitchell. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
Carry here for Herbert. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. On second down, Richardson. Now a screen set up for Herbert. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15. And a first down.
A gain of 15. First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 4.
They'll run straight ahead with Herbert. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Herbert. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. It's going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. And I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. Oh, they took a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3. And a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The motion man here is Mitchell. A run with the former K-State product, DJ Giddens. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll run with Herbert. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Looks like a design run here with Richardson. And he will take it in himself. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Indy. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
His kick is good. Fix the score. Colts 14.
football team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Dejounte Wester now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They run with the veteran, Dearness Johnson. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A give to Mitchell. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
A 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. DeForest Buckner. He gets in there for the sack, and it looks like time off has not slowed him down one bit. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch. And taken successfully.
At their own
The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. Richardson gets this quickly to Mitchell. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, Richardson to the left side. That's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll let Richardson run this himself.
The quarterback keeps it. Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff to Herbert. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. He'll send a tight end in motion right. A second down throw for Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third and long.
TJ Tampa on the coverage.
Richardson going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Colts about set to punt.
Roberto Sanchez on the punt for the Colts.
Fair. Signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Nice job by the defense there. Took away all the options downfield, and quarterback realized pretty quickly, I got no choice but to check this down, and results in no gain.
That one is complete. And that'll go for a key team out, ready to send this one away. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. Here's Richardson, going to keep this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for it.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
This one complete right side. And he's in! Anthony Gould. Touchdown, Indianapolis. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The extra point is good. And extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
And they're going to back to the other side of midfield. Tyquan Lewis getting in there for the sack. It's got to feel great as he gets this preseason off on the right foot. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt.
It's 4th down.
And this going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
At their own 9-yard line.
The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. Trying to run for it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for a Colts 1st down. A gain of 15. And the Colts 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. The zone read. This is Richardson. And he's near the first down, stopped a little short of the 40. Don't need much. It is third and inches. They'll run the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Zone read, and they hand it to Herbert. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever, you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Throwing is Richardson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. The Colts about to kick this one away. Wester on the return. And it's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play. Balanced throw. It's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up.
Here's Rook. That is caught. He finds Walker. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. EA Sports back for more. The NFL Preseason after this. Here's first and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Here we go. Third and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will have the Ravens first down. At least it appears that we didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. On first down, it's Mitchell. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Defense.
He'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. He'll decide to keep this once more. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now, rush. Catch made there, left side by Walker. Now, a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Try to set up the screen to Mitchell. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. And now here comes the punt team. They forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds and at the 2. Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And this defense Has got to be at its wit's end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. They'll stay on the ground with Herbert. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
They'll try and run the option left. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On the ground, and it's Giddens. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Colts.
They'll run. This is Tyler Goodson. They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Taken down back
at this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
You know, we can sit up here all day long and critique the quarterback, and you can see his eyes aren't downfield. He's a little jittery in the pocket. But with the amount he's been sacked and hit today, Mike, I can't say I really blame him.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line.
First down.
Offense headed back to take over once more. They'll run it over center with Mitchell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing is Rush. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Rush to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Isaiah Likely.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Colts offense and Khalil Herbert headed back. And it's hard. I believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, Richardson. That's going to be incomplete. Good work as the defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Brings up third down and 20.
Here's Richardson. He's going to air this one out. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the two straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And good coverage by the punt team. stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Mitchell. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Rush. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion. They need one right now. 3rd and long. To throw is Rush. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. There's Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach. His guys head out for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Carry now for Giddens. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 14-yard line.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Here's Richardson. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. We're about ready now for the punt, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field positions just shy of midfield. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. On 1st down, right back to Mitchell. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Down at the 48-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Raven 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Throwing is Rush. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Short, complete to Likely. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got a double team,
coming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Now he'll just pitch this one out there. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup.
Nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
I can promise you that when that play caller sent that second and short play in, he never imagined his next play call would be 3rd and long. But after that loss there, that's the case, and he's got to be scratching his head.
On the run to the right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10.
They'll run with Giddens. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On second down, Richardson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. We're about ready now for the punt. Brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On the zone read, it's Mitchell. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
No gain on
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Oh, a loose football. The Colts have got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
The Colts offense getting set to get back to work. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. That's good for a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Giddens. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and Seth might have even lost a yard there.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. DJ Giddens. Touchdown, Colts. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. Oh, and he is deep. He hit on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
22-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot downfield. Now let's check on the flag. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Throwing is Leary. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
It's now 2nd and 19.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. To the air is Leary. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. To throw, it's Leary. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. It's all gone according to plan here in this preseason opener, and look to finish things strong here in the 4th quarter. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. On the give, it's Gidden. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing moving. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Now Richardson. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet unsettled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
So on fourth down, here comes Spencer Schrader for the Colts field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Schrader's kick is good. And the Colts add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Leary to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
It's a gain of 11. And the Baltimore 1st down.
To throw, here's Leary. That's to the tight end, Kohler.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now Leary. He'll try to run for it. And he will have the Ravens 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Leary. Open right side is likely. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. He's going to try to get this himself. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Colts offense ready to get back at it. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts, so just one kneel down, and then time to shake hands. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts, as they start things out with a victory here in the 1st week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.